Welcome back to class 3 market phases and market structure. So, this class 3 will be divided into two videos. So, this is the part 1 of the market phase and market structure. So, market has a 6 different cycles or phases, that is accumulation, markup, distribution, markdown, reaccumulation, and redistribution, in which the fifth reaccumulation is a subcategory of accumulation phase and the redistribution is a subcategory of distribution phase. Let's see now what is how it looks. Okay, accumulation phase. Very simple. Price, any stock price will be trading in a very tight range. Okay, first focus on this. After explaining, I will show you similar examples how to identify market phases with the help of a candlestick charts. Okay, so first understand what is accumulation. Stock price will be trading in a very tight range for both accumulation and for the distribution phase. But how to identify a difference whether it is an accumulation or a distribution? First of all, a basic rule, the if we need to, before confirming it is an accumulation or distribution, first rule is price should trade in a tight range. For example, this range, this is a rough example. If a HDFC bank, let's take an example of HDFC bank, it is trading at a stock price of 1400, okay, in which it is somehow trading at around 1400. So this is a current price in which the HDFC bank assume it is in a trading in a tight range. That means it is trading at a range of 1450 to 1200. Okay, so how long price should trade in a balanced zone so that we can confirm whether it is an accumulation or distribution? What I want is minimum 2.5 to 3 months price should trade in a narrow or a tight range in a daily time frame chart. Okay, I will more in depth, I will discuss in the upcoming videos regarding the time frame. Okay, candlestick charts get plotted in different time frame. It can be daily. It means if candlesticks get plotted in a daily time frame chart, that means for a single trading complete day one candle will be formed. Okay, similarly there is weekly, monthly, there is a different time frame with 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3, and even 1, and even it goes on 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, whatsoever, etc. we can plot. Okay, it varies. For example, if we take a 5-minute time frame, that means on any particular trading day, let's assume today is a trading day, every single 5 minute one candle gets plotted. Once the 5 minutes gets completed, next candle. That means market starts by 9:15 and ends by 3:30. So till then, for every 5 minute, one new candle will get developed. Either it can be an up or a red or a green or upside or downside. Same way it goes on 30 minutes. That means for every 30 minutes, 15 means every 15 minutes one candle gets plotted and so on. Okay. So let's come back to the accumulation. That means 2.5 to 3 months is required that the price should be trading in a narrow range. Now how to identify if this rule gets satisfied? A stock price was trading at 2.5 to 3 months in a very tight range. Now if price breaks the upper band, that means it breaks the upper band. This is the narrow range, upper and lower of the narrow range. If price breaks on towards upside, look at this in this case. So this will make us to confirm that this is an accumulation phase. Remember, very important is once the price making a breakout, we need to focus more on the stock, because once accumulation phase gets completed, next comes the markup phase. Always mark up and mark down phases will be faster and stronger in the direction of this breakout from the narrow range. Okay, faster, stronger, and it will go maximum in the direction of the breakout zone. This is the breakout. That is what once price making a breakout either after accumulation or post distribution, it will be very important and we will get many trading opportunity, many easy trading opportunity. Similarly, if assume price is in a narrow range, for as my rule, this is my rule, I also want you traders to follow 2.5 to 3 months after completing a sideways tight range stock price. If price breaks on towards downside and it starts trading on below this lower band, now it comes the lower band, it starts trading on towards lower band, then that phase is called as a, then we can confirm this phase as a distribution. Look at this example, distribution phase, and next once distribution completes we get a markdown phase. Now very important is what I told earlier, that markup and markdown phase will be faster, stronger, and maximum price will move in the direction of breakout. But if, let's take this example, good example, I will enlarge it. Price was trading in a very tight range, it made a breakout after 2.5 to 3 months of sideways auction. That confirms us that this is a distribution phase, and when price is coming down, it is in the markdown phase. That means faster, stronger, and price should move in the direction of the breakout. In this case, it is a downside. But if price started to be again in a very tight range, this tells us that something is not good, or the sellers are not so stronger. Look at this, the word stronger, to move the price towards downside. Okay, so now if price is again in a very tight range, this breakout of this balance is very important. If price breaks towards downside means, then markdown phase is continuing and price will move down now faster. Okay, same way, if price makes an, after having a balanced auction, if price breaks on towards upside and start trading higher, this phase is called as reaccumulation. That is a sub part of first major accumulation, that is called as reaccumulation phase. Yes, if you have any doubts, don't worry, note down all your doubts. I will conduct a separate doubt webinar in which you can ask all your questions. You will be allowed to even turn on your mic and you can speak in the webinar and ask me all your questions. That freedom I am providing so that I can know what exactly you have your doubts, but just note it down every single doubts. Okay. So in the part 2 or video 2 of the market phase class 3, I will show you with the help of charts before going on to the part 2 of the class 3. One more important topic is market structure. Okay. In the class 3, now I have shown what is market phase. Now let's discuss what is market structure. That is a simple diffusion model. What I A term diffusion model which has 5 major phases again. This is a market structure. Very important. Always basic fundamental need to be stronger so that all your trading can be good as maximum as possible. To learn technical analysis, to trade in stock market, this is very important. Okay, that is diffusion model in which 5 category: innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and late adapters. Laggards. Okay, sorry, laggards. So now, what is mean by innovators, early adopters? What is the use of it? Let me straightforward tell you. Very important here is, let's assume, okay, a stock price which is at 1000. Just a minute, let me use the board so it will be more helpful for me. Before going on to diffusion model, always try to understand any stock price can't move in a single line either upside or downside. It will have up, down, ups and downs. Then only it can move either ups and downs. Then only it can move either downside. Price can't move in a straight line. First and foremost. Okay. So now in an uptrending auction, let's take an example of an uptrending auction. Price going up, down, up, down. Okay, this is an uptrending auction in which, let's take the stock price is 1000. What is mean by innovators? Who are innovators? Very simple. In a easy term, innovators are big traders, or you can say smart money, or an institutional trader. Anyone, any big traders who buys the stock at a near the lowest of the price zone, that is from 1000 to 1200. Let's say 1000 to 1200. They fill all their quantities on the side of buying. They are the ones who make this ultimate upside move. They are called as innovators. And next is the earlier adopters. Once we understand this smart money or big players or innovators activity, always we should try, what I say, we should try to be either early adopters or early majority. Always don't waste time in being an innovators, okay, because innovators, be if you want to be an innovators, you need to have a proper data, information, and money. Very important, data and information of a particular stock, that the stock price gonna move up. This is data and information, and very important, tons and tons of money is required to be an innovator. So as a normal retail trader, what I suggest everyone is, I personally follow this, I always try to be early adopters or early majority. Simple. stop. What I want is don't be late majority or laggards. So now let me explain what is early majority adapters, how to be early adapters, how to be early majority, and how not to be late majority. As we say, early adopters, very simple. The stock price, already the innovators are into the system at 1000 to 1100. What I personally, to be early adopters, we need to take a buy side trade around 1250 or 1300. This tells us we are early, we can be in a good chance to be early adopters. Or if we go beyond that, if we buy around 1450, let's take 1450, this is called an early majority. Fine. In this case, the stock price is moving from 1100 to 1600. Okay. If we are planning to buy above 1550, 500 or 1550, then we are late majority best. And if you are planning to take a buy trade at 1580, after looking at this full up move, then the trader is laggard. What we don't want to be laggard. And always try to understand, if a stock price is moving up and up, if you have not taken, let's assume a stock price from 500, it has went till 550. That means almost 10% of move. Let's say in a time span of 10 days or 8 to 10 days. Okay, in 8 to 10 trading session, the stock price has moved from 500 to 550. What I want is, don't just by seeing this up move, don't jump or don't take immediate entry at 550 or above any 550 levels. That is, okay, without knowing the trend or without knowing what is happening, don't jump into the trade, because once already the 10% in a 500 rupees stocks has been done. So this is tells us that you are somewhere at a late majority or a laggard category. There is a good chance you can end up being a late majority or laggard. That is a bad trading style or a bad trading process. In the next upcoming video of the class 3 part 2, I will show you about the market cycle and market structure with the help of candlestick chart, so you can have more clear understanding how to identify the market cycles and how to identify the market structure with the help of candlestick charts.